Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this from Michael Branch. In a recent X post, popular market researcher Ripple Bullwinkle described Evernorth as MicroStrategy built for XRP from the ground up, arguing that the project could fundamentally reshape how institutional investors gain exposure to XRP. I would not even compare Evernorth to strategy. But one thing I like about Evernorth is the fact that they're buying up that XRP that they're stacking off the open market, taking it out of circulation. Then what they're going to do is they're going to put that XRP to work for them and earn yield from it. And then they're going to reinvest that yield to buy more XRP, which will lead to scarcity over time. But I think Evernorth is going to be way more solid than strategy. That's just my opinion. Ripple expands academic collaboration with new advisory council, USF and UBRI renewals in RLUSD. So once again, Ripple is investing in education at colleges. They're partnering with the University of San Francisco. And what they're doing is they're educating the next generation of blockchain builders. That's what I really like about this. And I always said if blockchain wasn't the future, there's no way colleges would teach this in the classroom. And they definitely would not be teaching about XRP and XLM like we've seen mentioned at Harvard in the past. But I like the fact that Ripple is doing this because if you educate people around blockchain and crypto and innovation, that just builds out into the future. These kids are going to graduate from college and go and build future projects on blockchain. This comes from Mr. Man. USBC partners with Uphold, which acts as a liquidity provider to for Ripple's RLUSD. Tokenized US dollar deposits at Vast Bank. CEO of Vast is Greg Kidd. Former chief risk officer now must comply with Reg E, which enables XRP. Uphold's core function is to provide the crypto liquidity that Ripple needs to facilitate its cross-border payments. The collaboration emphasizes a regulated approach in key markets like the UK, Europe, and the United States, which adds credibility and stability to the payments infrastructure. Uphold was named the exchange partner for Ripple's stablecoin, RLUSD, upon its global launch in December 2024. And the reason that I'm talking about this is because, once again, it looks like Uphold is building and growing out as well. And this is going to strengthen RLUSD over time and XRP as well. Last week, gold shops were full with average people lining up to buy gold and silver. We know what this means, so expect gold and silver to dump hard from here, so crypto can finally have the parabolic rise we've all been waiting for. Then average people will jump in crypto. You know, we've seen this happen in the past, and it is going to happen again. Once crypto really starts to break out, you're going to see people line up like this to get into this space. You know, Fomo, once it happens, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. You are going to see so many new investors in this space over the coming weeks. Anybody jumping in now, they're going to get cheaper prices than the people that come in buying XRP while it's in price discovery, while it's hitting all-time high after all-time high. That's why you stack when there's blood in the streets. You will make the best return on investment if you continue to do that. But people are definitely going to be lining up into crypto the same way they were lining up to buy gold. Republican senator warns time is running out to pass U.S. crypto bill. So what he's saying is they have to get it done by January or February. And if that doesn't happen, it's going to push past the midterms. We need to get crypto regulation in place as soon as possible. But right now, it doesn't seem like that's going anywhere either. They keep saying we're going to have crypto legislation by Thanksgiving. Well, maybe by Christmas. Soon it's going to be January. Then they'll kick the can down the road into February. We need to get this done now. The sooner we get regulations in the United States, the sooner innovation can push forward. The sooner we will see that tokenization boom happen as well. Plus, we need the government to reopen so we could get those XRP spot ETFs approved already. How to trade XRP profitably this week amid 40% drop in open interest. You don't trade XRP. You buy it on the exchange, you get it into your wallet, and you sit back and wait for it to happen. I keep seeing these people complaining that they lost more XRP, trying to sell at one price and buy back in at a cheaper price. Sometimes that works out. Most of the time, it doesn't. And every time you do that, you also are now short-term capital gains instead of long-term capital gains, because the exchange, that it's tracking that activity. Why not just buy it, lock it away, and wait for it to happen? Yep, American Airlines is, after the acquisition, a customer of Ripple and will use XRP and the XRP ledger in the background. So you see, G Treasury put this out. AFP Day 1 is off to a great start. Stop by the booth number 614 to connect with our team. Get a demo of G Smart AI and enter to win a $1,000 American Airlines gift card. We'll show you why companies like American Airlines chose G Treasury, the world's most adaptable treasury platform. So essentially, they are now a Ripple partner. And we're going to see so many other Ripple partners come from this. You know, we're going to see announcements like this time and time again. How do you stay compliant with crypto tax laws? And you see what happens if you don't pay taxes on your crypto holdings. Once again, they're talking about this as well. Common reasons people skip paying crypto taxes. They assume that everything is anonymous, and it's not. Everything is traced. Use of private platforms. Some individuals use non-know your customer exchanges or self-custody wallets in an attempt to keep their crypto transactions hidden from authorities. They're already starting to track that down as well. Confusion over taxable events. Many users don't realize that everyday actions like trading, selling, or spending crypto are taxable events, similar to selling traditional assets such as stocks. Compliance complexity. Most people don't understand the tax rules when it comes to crypto, and I understand that because they're very complicated. Unless you got a letter from the IRS in the past, like I did, you really don't start looking into what a taxable event is in crypto. But here's some of them. Whenever you sell XRP to maybe buy XLM or sell XLM to buy XRP, those are taxable events. Selling XRP at one price and buying back in at a cheaper price, that's also a taxable event. Buying things by converting your crypto to fiat to pay at the, at the POS system, that's a taxable event as well. But this is the form that everybody's going to get if they hold crypto on an exchange this time around. And Coinbase, Kraken, Uphold, all these exchanges, they're keeping track of all of this, even if you're not. So think about it like this. If you have crypto on Uphold and you sell some of your XRP, just giving you an example, by the way, and you buy something else with it, that's a taxable event. And most likely you will get a 1099 from the exchange, or you will get a letter from the IRS. There's no way to avoid the taxes on crypto. They're cracking down on all of it. And we're now on the verge of crypto regulation. So most likely, all these shady exchanges, they're going to be gone very soon. Alert, Bitcoin demand from digital asset traders has dropped to year-to-date lows and remains weak even during price rebounds. What it is this. I think people are exhausted in this space. And it's not just with Bitcoin. It's with other cryptocurrencies as well. Because every time it looks like this market is about to go, something happens, bringing it back down. And it's happened multiple times during this cycle already. So I think people are more exhausted than anything. However, once Bitcoin starts really breaking out again, that will change. You'll see FOMO for Bitcoin as well. But the same thing's going to happen with XRP. It's the same reason that if it's a red day for XRP, people only see XRP dipping. They don't even bother looking at the chart on Bitcoin. But if you look at the Bitcoin chart, guess what Bitcoin's doing? It's also experiencing a red day because we're still following Bitcoin until the decoupling happens. Trump just said that he may announce a new Fed chair by the end of the year to replace Jerome Powell. I think Powell's term is up this coming May 2026. And right away, this has people speculating that he's going to pick somebody that's pro-crypto or that's pro-Ripple or pro-XRP. But most likely the guy that he picks will definitely be pro-crypto. But we need rate cuts. That's key right now. Let's hope he cuts those rates. That'll really get this market moving. If he leaves rates unchanged, I'm telling you, we will see either sideways action or a dip in crypto. But I think everybody is anticipating a rate cut. I'm very optimistic about it. But, we are on the verge of XRP going parabolic one way or another. It is going to happen. And when that breakout begins, there is going to be so many people wishing they could go back in time and buy XRP at these prices right now. Don't have any regrets when the breakout begins. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.